This is a short fiction story. In the finished products warehouse settled rat. The loader saw her with own glass eyes, and even followed with a glance to that corner where the rat hid it into one of the boxes with finished products. And the warehouse supervisor reasoned soberly, if a rat got into a box with finished products, then it has nothing to do with the warehouse anymore. Here if she was running around the warehouse, then yes. But finished products are not their profile. They're not going to dig a rat out from these boxes, otherwise we'll break something. Well reported to the finished products department. The news caught the finished products department employees by surprise. They were going to have tea. Instead, was urgently assembled a council of employees, headed by a supervisor. On the agenda was only one issue. How could a rat get into a box with finished products? They're the thickness of a cardboard, almost half a centimeter. No way she could get in there. This cardboard with a knife barely cut through. Then, however, one of the employees remembered that rats have long teeth, and they can chew through any cardboard, and it seems even eat it. Although here he exactly doesn't remember, and at all not sure, somewhere heard out of the corner of ear. Argued, cursed, finally decided to find out everything. And to begin with, once again properly ask about everything the loader. And the mallet, which was used to beat the sealing wax, they took completely by accident. During the conversation, the loader testified that the rat indeed was near those boxes, and even intended to chew through one of them to hide. But then she saw the thickness of a cardboard and realized that even she couldn't chew through it, after which spat and ran further. And further she ran to the electrical cabinet in which hid it. And the cabinet has nothing to do with finished products anymore. This is a matter for electricians, let them figure it out. It's not for the finished products department employees to poke around there until someone is electrocuted. That reported to the electricians by phone. When the news came to the electricians, they were watching a news on TV. Had to take a break and get together for a council led by supervisor. On the agenda was only one issue. How could a rat get into an electric cabinet? Key to which, by the way, was lost still a year ago. And in there now the electricians themselves can't get. Their even hand through the crack didn't fit when tried to break down the door. No way she could get in there. Then, however, one of the employees remembered that the rats are smooth. They can through any crevice squeeze, and even in cramped get stuff like sprats. Here, however, he's any more not sure, seems saw it on a TV show somewhere. Argued, cursed, finally decided to find out everything. And to begin with, once again properly ask about everything the loader. And the 45 wrench for the transformer took out of habit, and just like that, during the conversation, the loader stated that the rat indeed was running near the electrical cabinet. She saw the crevice that the electricians left with hands still a year ago, and thought, shouldn't squeeze inside through it, but soberly calculated own strength and realized that if the electricians couldn't push hand in there, then she certainly wouldn't squeeze in there. After which spat and ran further. And further she ran to the fire cabinet in which hid it. And the electricians have nothing to do with this cabinet anymore. If it were electric, then yes. But he's a firefighter, so no. This is plumbing, water, or whatever it is. It's not for the electricians to poke around there, otherwise we'll break something. The entire warehouse will be flooded with water. That reported to the locksmiths by phone. In the locksmith room the news has caused a stir. They're already stirred dominoes. Had to cover with a newspaper. Nothing didn't assembled led by the supervisor. Supervisor yesterday relaxed, but a little overestimated own strength, and to work today reach couldn't. Instead, the locksmiths asked self just one simple question. How could a rat get in there? Actually, it's 2 meters from the floor. There can only from a stepladder climb up. No, possible without a stepladder, but it's for a person whom better at all there doesn't climb. And here a rat? No way she could get in there. Then, however, one of the employees remembered that the rats jump high, maybe 2 meters from the floor. Although here he's any more not sure. Seems to read somewhere. Argued, cursed, finally decided to find out everything. And to begin with, once again properly ask about everything the loader. And pipe wrench with them at all no one took. Himself in pocket was lying. Yesterday forgot to put it out. During the conversation, was established that the rat indeed was running under the fire cabinet. She turned around, looked around, and even thought about climbing into the fire cabinet, but soberly calculated the distance and realized that even she couldn't take such a height, and a stepladder she can't use. After which spat and ran further. And further she ran to the doors of the finished products warehouse, through which ran out into the factory territory. And now running somewhere there. And the factory territory has nothing to do with locksmiths anymore. This is already a matter for top management. That reported to the secretary of the top management by phone. When the secretary brought the news to the ears of the top management, it was in painful thoughts. Not long ago, the factory was visited by a delegation of owners, shareholders, and other investors. They spent a long time wandering from the territory, departments, buildings, and even looked into the toilet. After that, they gathered in the hallway right next to the toilet. On the agenda was only one issue: is the top management coping with the assigned mission? Got the impression that it all couldn't coping. Then, however, someone remembered about difficult situation, not necessary to cut from the shoulder, and still give a little time. Although after what he saw in the toilet, he's not so sure anymore. After much bickering, still decided to give one last chance. And here's still some kind of rat, which somewhere running around the territory, and its fate is unknown to anyone. Maybe she got under the wheels of a truck, or maybe somewhere sitting in something gnawing. The top management even didn't know what to think, so decided to find out everything. And to begin with, asked the secretary to call this, what's his name? Loader to once again properly ask about everything. And a pen and a piece of paper he had to take with him just in case. During a friendly conversation, everything became clear. Turned out that there was no rat, the loader just imagined it. As for the smell, he yesterday took the excess. Well, who doesn't it happen to? But with the loader this happened for the last time. He swears by mother. He's finishing up here and now in this office and won't be anymore. And at the same time will work for a month without a bonus. And something new learned about self by little. So there was no nothing rat, everything is fine.